Alright, welcome back to Chipping Away. Got a couple of really good videos to get started. It's from my last coaching session, and then we're going to get into some stats from my most recent round and go through those with you. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. If you want to be part of the journey, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode, and let's dive into the video.
Hi Dan, super effort mate. You can see this really does engage your body, and the sequencing here is excellent. Okay, now what you need to do when you get to here, turn the right hand around the other way. So just get to that point, so it's 9 o'clock left arm, turn the right hand around so the right hand palm is facing out towards the camera. And what that will allow us to do is, when you're up here, the right elbow will be located correctly, and then when you come down, the right elbow would be leading, and then when you get to about here, slide the right hand down the grip. So you're sort of down about 8 o'clock, slide the right elbow down the grip, the right hand down the grip, and that'll locate that right elbow to its in plane position, which will be tucked in, because you can see it's just not quite tucked in there. So those two little changes would be excellent. Right hand, turn it under at 9 o'clock. So when you're about here going up, turn the right hand under. That'll set the right wrist in a better position, right elbow. And when you get to about that point there, slide the right hand down the grip and butt it up against the left, then you'll be in a really super position right there. Anyway, really big improvement mate, well done. Okay, different golfer. You can certainly see the difference in the golfing body. See your swing on the right is way more sort of centered. Body certainly hasn't lifted anywhere near as much. You haven't moved away as much, and you're setting the club really well there. And that down move there is certainly good. See the down move here. When we get to this point here, you can see, even though it is a wood, I must admit, you can see that your body is hanging back. You can see on the right, you're more covering the ball. And then when you get to impact, your body's in a much more over the ball position. Obviously it's an iron against the wood, but huge improvement Dan, well done. And let's get those scores down.
All right, week 3 of my challenge of getting to scratch by the end of the year. Has not been a great week in terms of preparation, practice. I've had a lot going on in my home life, which has taken me away from that, but that's life. Weather today is, well, it's pretty bad to be honest. It's raining a lot. It's meant to fine up about an hour into my round, but gonna go out there, give it a go. Still working on a few swing changes, but the more I get used to playing in bad conditions, the better. I'm only going to be stronger for it. So gonna go out today, see how we go, see what we can do, and see if we can find some improvements. I'll check in after the round. Well, checking in after my round, not a great one. 32 points today, so one worse than last time. As I said at the start, didn't have the best confidence coming in, and that really showed today. Unfortunately had 3 double bogeys, 2 birdies though, so that was some positives there. Was not really engaged with the round. My head was not in the right place and just couldn't get the concentration going. Big game next week. Got the Woolooware Cup down here. The course is going to be set up really hard, so need to do some prep during the week, do some practice, work on those issues, and try and find that good mind frame, that good frame of mind, and come out and play really positively next week. But concentration really hurt today. That was the main issue, and try again next week and see how we go.
All right, we're back at Chipping Away HQ. Not happy with today's round at all. Just struggled from probably from the second hole onwards. Started out really good, and then just couldn't get any concentration going, and the result was not a good round at all. So a lot of work to do there. Let's dive a bit further into the stats and then catch up after. Checking in on stats from today's round. As I said, 32 points. That is very much below average. That's a 11 over par round, so nowhere near what I need to be achieving to get to my goal by the end of the year. Percentage greens in regulation was a lot better than last week, so 44%. Definitely an improvement there, but my driving accuracy was a lot lower at 24%. So if that was up there around 44 to 50% with this accuracy, obviously things would be a lot different, be a much better score. Ended up with 2 birdies, hole 4, hole 14, 14's par 5, fairly basic hole, so always good chance there, and hold a really long putt for birdie on number 4. 6 pars, 7 bogeys, and unfortunately I had 3 double bogeys, so this just isn't going to cut it. So there's 2 double bogeys there and a pickup. A little bit more detail here. This is the actual round score and putts, putting average, greens in regulation, all the details there. So you can see putting here, 3 putt, 3 putt, and a 3 putt. So that's just unacceptable. When I compare that to my Tiger Woods course management strategy, it's three errors right there. No double bogeys on par 5s today, so that's a positive. And I had a bogey on the par 5 8th. That's definitely against the strategy. So yeah, not a good round at all. Alright, so where do I go from here? Well, it's a good question. I'm going to have to do a bit of a dive into some mental strategies for my rounds going forward. I found when I had a couple of bad holes, I just couldn't get it back, and I need to work on some strategies there to improve. Potentially putting too much pressure on myself. Obviously it's a big goal, it's a really hard goal that I'm trying to achieve, and I really need to maybe not be so tough on myself and take it so seriously, although I really want to achieve it, and I want to make sure that people following along can see some improvement and get some reward for following the journey. So it was always a bit of an experiment to see how this would go, and if I can improve in that time frame. It's obviously going to be a really tough journey, and I guess not harder than I thought, but it's definitely going to take a lot more effort on my part. Last week I didn't put in the work, and that was the result. But if I don't put in the effort during the week, I'm not going to get a good result. In the meantime, I'll keep chipping away. If you like the series, if you like what you're seeing, follow along the journey, like and subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you're going through something similar, you've got a goal of your own, if you've got any really good mental strategy tips, I'd love to hear it. Even if it's good references, books, other YouTube videos, just something along those lines that you can suggest would be really, really appreciated, because I think that is my biggest weakness, and definitely needs a lot of improvement. So love to hear from you. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.